First off, I'd like to apologize for being absent today. That being said, I decided to do my presentation on Apple Batterygate. Many of you remember that back in 2017, Apple withheld information about their newest update and how it would affect previous iPhone models. After downloading the newest update, people would experience lower battery life and an overall decline in its performance. The models affected were the iPhone 6, 6S, and 7. As a result, their company reputation was hurt, and their product, the iPhone, wasn't seen as reliable. Many consumers were outraged, and a public apology was to be placed in order. Although it was bland, it stated, "We know that some of you feel Apple has let you down. We apologize." Not exactly admitting to their mistake, but admitting that some people feel that they've been wronged. An apology simply wasn't enough, and Apple agreed to a $500 million settlement. Apple reduced their battery prices, and people who experienced issues were entitled to a $25 compensation. Some, however, argued that the apology did not go far enough, and that the company should have offered a replacement battery free of charge. To that, I completely agree. They should have worked on much better ways to compensate for their wrongdoings. And honestly, in my opinion, they didn't go far enough. They should have been as open as possible from the beginning, instead of just accepting that some people were outraged and being sorry for them for that, if that made sense. They should have proposed ways to better ensure that they acknowledge their own mistakes and are willing to work on it. In my own viewpoint, I would have been as open as possible from the beginning. I would have shown that we are working on fixing the issue internally by publicly firing those responsible. I would regain the trust of those affected buyers by offering them a 15% discount off their next iPhone purchases. In my own opinion, I would always choose standing up by my own principles and staying honest and ethical as possible. I'll stand by my faith and my ideologies. As for a conclusion statement, overall, losing a few, probably million, isn't worth losing the trust of valuable customers. It's important to acknowledge that you don't have to sacrifice your faith for your company. Being as ethical as possible shouldn't be seen as a negative. And the more obstacles your company faces, the stronger it will be. Thank you for listening.